Potato. Yeah. He's a spud from the dark side, guys. And this is what second and third grade, this is what we have to do with this week. Not necessarily Darth Tater, but Mr. Potato Head or Mrs. Potato Head. All right. We are right here, week 3, February 15th through the 19th. Okay. And you're going to design potato heads. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you 2 different types of bodies that they do for Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. And because they've changed the way he worked over the years. Used to be, you got a box of plastic stuff, and you had to have your own potato. And you stuck the potato on the body, and then you stuck in the ears and all the other stuff. And then it got to the point where they're like, well, okay, we can use it for other stuff. So they're like, well, if you want to do it with an orange, you can do it with an orange, you can do it with an apple, whatever like that. But it was always still called Mr. Potato Head. So, the original Mr. Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head, they have a shape like this. Okay? And then the feet are just attached like this. Okay, and then when I get rid of this part of the inside. So that's like the original. One of the original Mr. Potato Heads looks like that. Well, when Toy Story came out, and they made Mr. Potato Head super cool again, what they did is they changed him a little bit. So he still starts off with the tomato head. The potato head body, the tomato head. Listen to me. They start out with the potato head body, but they have some legs now, so you can add a little extra leg in there before you put the shoe on there. Okay, let me see my tater down here again. Okay, with Darth Tater, right there in the back, he just has these legs like this. But you could, but they could have done it like this. But with Darth Tater, he's just got the regular feet in there like that. Okay, so when you're doing your Mr. or Mrs. Potato Head, what I want you to do is I want you to do just one. You can do just one big one, okay, on here. But there's some things we need to remember about the potato heads. First of all, they usually have these huge ears, and they usually have huge eyes. Okay? Now, with the potato heads, this is something I always thought was cool. They used to be that they only had an oval nose. Now, that oval could be this way or it could be the other way, and it's usually always red. I don't know why. Mr. Potato Head has the option of having a mustache, and then, of course, you can put whatever kind of teeth on him you want. Okay? Mr. Potato Head comes with hats, and their arms are always out like this. Or they not out, but their arms come out like this. Okay? Now, what's different about Mrs. Potato Head, obviously she's a woman, or a girl, is her eyes usually have eyeshadow, and she has eyelashes. And then, if you're going to put hair on them, okay, you got to remember with the hair, since it looks like it's stuck on top, you've got to make sure that you erase this part in here. Okay? Now, also what they've done in recent years is they've actually made the potato head look like an actual nose if you want to. All right? Remember, if she's a girl, she should also have, if she has a big smile, she should also have the smoochy lips. That's what I call them. I don't know what they're really called. I call them the smoochy lips. Okay? I didn't put her arms in or anything like that. These are just the two basic styles. Now, what can you do with it? Well, obviously, they took Darth and they made Darth Tater. Okay? But what happens if I did something like this? Start off with my potato shape. Bless you, camera person. All right. And Albert's over there whining because he can't be in the shot. Albert, I'm going to ask you nicely to stop. And what if I gave him big ears like this? Now, you got to remember something else about the potato heads is that their body, their clothes start like right here. So, I'm going to give him feet like this. And their arms always come out right here, which is weird. So I made a Yoda tater head. Okay? He's using the Force to lift a rock. Alright? After I got my tater head done, I would go ahead and I would color it, or trace him and color him, of course. Okay? Let me show you the example that I did. And you could do anything as a potato head. That's the great thing about it. Is there are so many things out there that they've already done as potato heads. But I did Wonder Woman as a potato head. Now, the only thing you got to be careful with is their ears are usually skin color. If you don't have a skin color, if you do it lightly with an orange. And when you color your tater head face, make sure you color it super, super light with the brown. Okay? And then you color the rest of the clothes. Their arms are usually white, so that's why I left her arms and her hands white. But I gave her the magic lasso as an accessory, and this part would have been clipped on. Her hair and her little headband thing would have been clipped on, and her boots would have been clipped on, and, you know, who knows whatever kind of other faces I could have done with it. Okay? So that's your assignment for this week, February 15th through the 19th. I want you to design a potato head. And you can do more than one. You don't have to just do one. You could do a Mr. and a Mrs. Potato Head. Whatever kind of characters you want. But I want you to trace it and I want you to carefully color it. Okay? Alright, boys and girls. Don't lose your head making your potato head. Kill me.